As you can see, the agenda is quite straightforward and designed to spend as much time on the software as possible. As you can imagine, though, we could speak for hours on the unique functionality within each module of the software, and we do, like Holly said, offer 3-day boot camp style training courses that I teach, as well as some of my colleagues, for new customers to do just that. But for today's seminar, let's focus on the basics of 5D virtual construction. Who's using it, when, and where, what types of ROI we're seeing in practice, these types of things. And then we'll navigate through the basics of the software with a live demonstration. So throughout the session, we'll offer you, the audience, polling questions so that we can better tune the presentation to your distinct needs. And of course, we can always design a custom webinar presentation for your company or university program. So let's get rolling. Who is Vico and what do we do? Simply put, Vico delivers software and services for coordination, cost estimating, project scheduling, and project control to the world's leading general contractors, construction managers, and building owners. We officially incorporated back in 2007 after the management team purchased the intellectual property of Graphisoft's construction division. And because we started when we were 3 years old, Vico has the luxury of being a 5-year-old startup. So we already have the infrastructure in place to support a global customer base, complete with support services and academic program for universities, and an active customer base. To date, we are far and away the leader in BIM project experience. Around the world, we have over 300 customers with over 200 successful projects under our belt. You know, actually, when we kicked off the agenda, we pointed to a who, a what, a when, a where, a why methodology for this webinar. So the who part is more than just who Vico is. It also talks about who uses Vico to achieve the ROIs that we're seeing on their projects. The fact that you've downloaded our software has put you in very good company with 300 of the largest construction companies and owner entities from around the world. So make sure to make the most of your 60-day trial so we can add you to our list of satisfied customers. Now, if you're all ready to move ahead, or if you feel ready to move ahead in the future, feel free to contact us at any time directly or ask your manager how you can get the latest software release from Vico. Let's dive into a few of those case studies so you can learn just what's possible with the software you've downloaded. Taking a look at it here. Talk about what 5D virtual construction is first. Now, one of our customers, PCL, the largest general contractor in Canada and number 8 in the U.S., says, in order to understand what 5D virtual construction is, you have to look at the process. In essence, we build the building twice, once on the computer and once on the site. If we build it correctly on the computer first, we can speed completion with budget adherence back on the site. Now, if we were in a classroom setting, we would say, and you would start taking notes, virtual construction is the process by which a builder simulates, analyzes, and plans a building project in a computerized environment before, that's the virtual part, the computer part, and during the actual construction process. And we do this in order to avert any problems and accurately predict very detailed costs, schedules, and physical outcomes. It is used by progressive general contractors, CMs, and owners where project costs and risks are high, and the reward for mitigating those costs and risks are equally high. So sure enough, any general contractor not using virtual construction can, of course, you coordinate the trades to reduce errors, estimate the cost of a project, and generate a schedule report. But by relating time, the fourth dimension, and cost information, the fifth dimension, to an underlying 3D BIM model, a builder can instantly respond to change, and accurately answer the question, what would this change do to the cost of my project and its schedule? That's where we come in. Now, we said the word BIM there, and I know, how many of you are actually familiar with that phrase BIM. I'm sure we've all heard it, but it's actually a huge buzzword in the AEC industry right now. And, BIM simply stands for Building Information Modeling. Okay? It's both a technology and a methodology. So currently, a lot of people think that a 3D model and a fly-through movie is BIM. And that's a great start and even a great marketing tool for winning a new client. But that just scratches the surface of what's possible. Virtual construction, what we do, is the natural extension of BIM from 2D drawings to the 3D model to the 4D model for scheduling and the 5D model for estimating. And you can look along this x-axis over here to see that progression. Virtual construction also extends BIM to all stakeholders in a building project. 5D virtual construction, everyone from the owner to the subcontractors and fabricators can participate in the modeling exercises, and everyone can benefit from a much more precise building effort. All hands on deck. There's less waste in terms of materials, in terms of downtime, in terms of just wasted effort. There's much more communication, cooperation, and eyes on the prize for an on-time, on-budget building. Moving on. So when and where is 5D virtual construction used? Well, the answer is around the world. Wherever the general contractor, CM, or owner wants to inject a powerful dose of specificity into a project, this is where it's being used. 5D VC, 5D virtual construction, is used when the budget is tight, when the deadline is looming, and the site is difficult, or when the project success is precarious at best. We said before, it's all about risk mitigation and transparency. There is inherently less risk as you progress from 2D drawings to a 3D model to a 4D schedule to a 5D estimate. 5D VC, we can crack open the building and literally look inside. Each element of the building is tagged with the properties for cost, constructability, procurement info, even environmental measurements. By examining the building with a magnifying glass, when it's on the computer screen, stakeholders can tweak the building to meet their goals for budget and completion. Now, the project examples we're taking a look at here on the screen are in the U.S. simply because our registrations for today's event were heavily weighted as U.S. participants. But our projects span the globe, from the New Doha International Airport in Qatar to the Campsie Center in Finland to the Queen Margaret Drive project in the UK. After this webinar, we highly recommend that you explore our project gallery and project case studies, both available on our website, vicosoftware.com. In terms of project size, 5D VC is most applicable for projects of about 20 million and up. And as our project experience grows, we'll hone that number further, I'm sure. But we find that project size isn't as important as a factor as project risk is. And I'd like to, explore this a little bit further with two case studies.